So this concludes our entire collection of designs for ROWAN in 2021, Norwegian Wool by ARNE CARLOS.
Yeah. And I looked so good.
You did, yeah.
I know.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are, as always, your host ARNE CARLOS, and we are back with the second release of the collection that we designed for ROWAN using the yarn we designed for ROWAN, the Norwegian Wool.
By ARNE CARLOS.
By ARNE CARLOS, yes. And this release is available now from November and onwards.
Yep.
And it consists of 4 designs. We're going to talk about them. We're going to show you what they look like. And if you want to get patterns, if you want to get the yarn, all you need to do is go to arnecarlos.com, go to the web shop for patterns, select the yarn in the yarn section, and go to the blog where you can read more about the story and see the photos and everything. So Arne, which one do you want to start with today?
Let's start with this one, with the floral
And
sweater.
This is also a great lesson in Norwegian names. So here we have a very typical Norwegian name. It's Synnøve, and it's spelled S-Y-N-N-O-V-E. The O has a slash, which is so that it can be pronounced as Ö. So yeah. This is Synnøve.
But it doesn't mean it's only for girls. Boys can also wear this one, or men. Like,
this is unisex.
I was wearing this on the photo shoot with it up in the mountains.
Yeah,
and I looked so good.
You did, yeah.
I know.
You looked really good. Yeah, I love this. I love the floral, and I love the shape of it. It's a little bit oversized. It's a little cropped as well, and it's got a drop shoulder with some texture.
Because the flowers and the leaves are knitted in pearl, and then the rest is a knit stitch.
Yeah, so knit for the white, and pearl for the red. And we've already discussed the inspiration, but we're going to do it one more time. This is a traditional Norwegian kitchen towel design. The roses are kind of taken from there. But they also remind us of what we call the Valdres rose, which is a wooden rose that you can see on top of red barns here in the region of Valdres where we live. However, the rose is not originally from Norway, Arne?
No, it came from America, because there was a guy up from this area who went to America in the 1800s. His name was Erik Eriksen Mo, and he did like a carpenting lære, was that?
He went to become an apprentice carpenter.
Yeah, and he stayed in America for 6 years, and when he came home, they think that he brought this inspiration from Pennsylvania, because there are a tradition in Pennsylvania with the German immigrants who went to Pennsylvania. They had barns and they had these rows up on the wall. So they think that the inspiration for the rose came with him. So if you can, like, this can remind you about the Valdres rose, but it's the inspiration where we found it was actually from the kitchen towels.
Yeah, very, very cool.
So I think it's nice with red pattern.
Yeah, it is. It's very nice.
On the white, it's popping. So
also blue and white version would be great.
Yeah.
So yeah, here is Synnøve, the floral sweater, unisex.
And then we have this one. The inspiration for this one came from our trip to Lofoten last year, because we went to this museum in Lofoten. They're like a fisherman's museum.
Yes. And
we saw 2 sweaters on display, 2 old sweaters, and they were a little bit different from what we normally see when we talk about fisherman's sweaters. And we came up with this pattern after seeing that.
Yeah.
And this doesn't look anything like what we saw, but it's kind of, it helped us doing this.
Yeah.
This pattern is in knit and pearl, so all the blue stitches are pearl and the rest is knit. And we also like to do this striped ribs, because we want to have this sporty looking collection. So it's a mix of the sailor sweater, the fisherman's sweater, and the ski sweaters, and the traditional sweaters from Setesdal.
Of course, if you want to do it blue and white, you would then do the rib in blue, probably.
Yeah.
But it's nice to add the little touch of color.
And this looks so good on you,
Yeah,
Carlos.
thank you. I felt really good wearing this. It's a really beautiful piece. And it really does give me the association to the sea. Yeah. It gives me an association to the sweaters that you can find in the north of Norway, in the coastal villages. It is really nice that I love the texture that it creates, and it actually adds warmth as well. Yeah. I was quite comfortable wearing this in the photo shoot, which was
we went up to the
cold.
high mountains in Norway, which is not so far from where we live, and took the pictures. And I think you looked really good in that one, Carlos.
Thank you.
With the mountains behind you.
I did enjoy this one, but I have to say that the final sweater that we're showing
is your favorite.
My favorite by far. And it's quite cool, incredible, because this is a very simple sweater, which at first hand looks like a very typical Norwegian sweater.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, when they see this one, they think it's very traditional, because the inspiration is very traditional.
Oh, by the way, hang on. We forgot to mention the name. The name of this sweater is Erle, E-R-L-E, a woman's name, but it's unisex. And this one is Folke, which is a Norwegian, Scandinavian actually. I think also German.
I don't know.
Anyway,
a lot of people, I think it's more Swedish than Norwegian.
Yeah. Anyway, it is a Scandinavian name, Folke, for men. And as I was saying, yeah, this is really a very simple piece. It's in 2 different tones of gray, and then it's got the red.
And that's very Norwegian, very ski, like ski sweaters, when you have this contrasting color on the top of the garment and on the top of the arm.
But it's not traditionally knitted, because it's got a few little details. For example, the red going around or across the shoulder and down the sleeve is done in moss stitch. So you've got some beautiful texture here on the red and here as well. Then you have some really nice knitting and purling here and here and here and here.
So you can see all these patterns are inspired of the Setesdal sweater, the traditional sweater for the folk costume of Setesdal, for the men's garment. But the X and the O's are oversized, and maybe you don't see it at first look, but it's actually X and O.
Yeah.
And by purling some of the stitches, you're actually adding something new to the design.
Yeah. Also, what I really like about this technique of purling some stitches and knitting some others in the color work is when you have 2 colors like this darker gray and this lighter gray, they kind of merge into each other in a really beautiful, it's a kind of like a, it's very mellow. No, not mellow. The word I'm looking for is discreet. They kind of merge into each other in a very discreet way. And then when you actually do some purling as well, you create a little bit of a texture there that really makes it pop a little bit more.
And also the mix of the 2 grays makes it look very Norwegian, because you can find a lot of old pieces in Norway knitted in these 2 colors.
Yeah, this is a beautiful piece. I'm definitely knitting one for myself, which I hope will become an heirloom of the future, like a classic of the future.
And it can be, because this is Norwegian wool.
Yeah, definitely.
It lives forever.
Now we have our final, design, which is this hat. Its name is Ronia. Ronia Rövardotter, maybe. Yeah, Ronia is a character of Astrid Lindgren. Ronia is a Nordic name as well. This is a colorwork hat that kind of matches the sweater that we showed in the first release, which had all the emphasis on the sleeves. It's very cool. We've put it on this little guy, and his head is a little bit smaller, so it's a little bit more, you know, floppy. But it doesn't have to. It can be in an adult's head. It will be a little bit more fitted. A very simple colorwork hat, actually. However, there's a little something. There's a twist, and it's something that you don't see. But this is a convertible. So we've got a convertible hat, because if suddenly the weather is really bad and you're going into a supermarket and you forgot your mask, you get extra protection. All you need to do is this and this. And voila.
You have a balaclava.
You have a very cool,
or you can pull it over the nose.
Balaclava.
So if you forget your mask, or if you want to rob a bank.
Yeah. I think if you forget your mask, it doesn't help. You need to have a mask under anyway.
I think you need more.
But anyway, it is a hat that can be worn in a couple of different ways, and it's very, very cool. I also like it like this.
I want to make me one myself, because when it's very windy in the winter and I'm going to pick up the post or walk the dogs, sometimes it's so freezing in the face.
And also the ears.
Yeah, so then you just pull it up and off you go.
Yeah.
And when you knit it and if you wash it after, it's so soft and so nice. So it's no problem having that in your face. Not for me.
No, it's really nice.
But I'm tough.
Yeah, and you looked so good in this.
I looked so cool.
Yeah. I couldn't even recognize you. You know how I realized it was you?
My glasses.
Your glasses, yeah. And the fact that we were the only ones at the photo shoot. I guess.
So it was easy.
Yeah.
But you look good in this one. And sometimes I wonder if you made that stripe in your hair to match something, because it looked so good with the sweater.
Maybe I did. Maybe
and the mountains behind you.
Yeah, no, it was a fun photo shoot. Cold as hell, but fun. And so this concludes our entire collection of designs for ROWAN in 2021. Norwegian Wool by ARNE CARLOS, a wool that we have designed ourselves. We chose the colors ourselves. And we made all these designs for you guys to enjoy, and also for us. Lots of fun to knit because of all the texture, and Arne?
And we will make a video where we talk more about the colors. So there will be a video where we explain the inspiration for the colors.
Yeah. Probably by the time they show this, we've already shown it.
Maybe we already have shown it. There will be a video about the colors.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah, and how about some formalities?
You can do it now.
Okay.
You're so good.
The formalities are: give us a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this episode and if you enjoyed these designs. Click on that notification bell when you subscribe. That way you will never miss an episode. Be part of the ARNE CARLOS family by subscribing. It's a great family, and make sure to get on our newsletter. That way you will always be up to date when it comes to our shenanigans. I like that word.
I like that word.
Yeah,
me too.
So that is it for us. We post episodes every week at 6 p.m. Central European Time, which is 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, on Wednesdays and Sundays. Podcasts on Wednesday, tutorials and show and tells and Q&As and tips
and a little bit of everything
on Sundays. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching, and see you again next week.
Bye.
Bye.